제 178회. 벌써 세 통째야.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone. Welcome to Arirang's Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly, and sitting next to me is our co-host
Stephen Revere. 안녕하세요, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us, and we're going to talk about something we all hate today. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk to two people we really love.
Yeah. 여러분 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 마리나예요. I'm from Ukraine and I'm ready to study Korean today.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, nice to meet you again. I'm from Nepal, Gambhir Sesta.
While we practice his pronunciation of his last name, you go and take a look at our lesson today.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa
And Stephen.
스팸 문자가 또 왔네.
정말 요즘 스팸 문자가 너무 심하지?
오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야.
스팸 문자는 수신 거부하는 방법 없나?
So here our first line is spam 문자가 또 왔네. As I said earlier, 문자 is our text message, but spam, not the kind of spam that you eat, which I do love, but spam as in spam mail, right? 가 또 왔네, came again, right? The 문자s came to us, right? Instead of us receiving it.
Yes, that's right. Notice the 문자가, right? They use that as the subject. 문자가 왔어. Don't use, we have the temptation to think, I got a message,
Exactly.
so you might think that you're supposed to put "l" on there, like it's the object. No. What came? Of course, the message came, so you have to say 문자가 왔어요. And 왔네, of course, makes it to the past tense, and you're surprised. 또 왔네, right?
Okay, what's spam 문자?
Spam 문자, yes, that's a good question, very good question. Many countries probably don't use this term, although in Korea it comes from English, okay? Spam originally is a canned meat. And originally in America, we don't eat it very much. We prefer the fresh meat, but originally it's kind of stuff that you just kind of don't want, you throw away. Well, now that has come over to the email side of things, and then from there into 문자. And it refers to all of these messages, this junk mail that you get all the time, right? That is called spam mail. And one thing to be careful on this 문자, you're probably noticing our pronunciation is not 문자, okay? You don't pronounce it 문자. That nian that comes right before it forces it into a hard consonant, a tensed consonant. You say 문자, okay? Not 문자.
Great. How about we pronounce this, okay? spam 문자가 또 왔네.
스팸 문자가 또 왔네.
스팸 문자가 또 왔네.
Very nice. 정말 요즘 스팸 문자가 너무 심하지? Oh, I like this word, 심하다. Okay, it's too much, too extreme, and you can describe it or use this word to describe people or things or weather. So this is a nice word to know. And then 정말 요즘 스팸 문자가 너무 심하지? These days there's just too much of it. Isn't it just too extreme?
너무, of course, is used all the time in Korean, sometimes for positive things. In this case, of course, something very negative. 너무 심하지. Yeah. Practice that sentence just by itself, because you can use that in a million situations. 너무 심해. And then we go on to the third sentence there. 오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야. Oh, there we go. We're counting what? The number of letters. When you count letters, you say 통, okay? The counter is 통, but then when you start talking about 문자, it's the same thing. It's just like a letter, right? It's referred to the same as a letter. So, 째, of course, is when you're counting things. When you count a thing, you say 첫 번째. Then what?
첫 번째, 두 번째, 세 번째.
Yeah. So we have to be careful there because some people want to think 한 번째, 두 번째, 세 번째. No. For the first one, you say 첫 번째, 두 번째, 세 번째.
So 오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야?
오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야.
오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야.
통째.
Okay, Marina, yeah, that's right. Be careful of the 통째야.
통째야.
Very nice.
Okay.
Stephen's got something prepared for us.
I've got a little quiz I've prepared, of course. When you count things, what order do you count things in? What word do you use to count them? How about people?
한 사람?
명?
명.
한 명.
사람도
오케이, 한
괜찮지만
명.
okay, 사람은 괜찮지. 명.
Yeah. But what if it's teachers? 선생님
한 분.
한
분.
분,
Yeah.
분,
Yes,
yeah.
분, right?
Okay.
Don't use 명 for your
Okay.
teachers. Oh, 선생님 세 명. No,
Yeah.
no. And then we've got, how about animals?
세 마리. 두 마리.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. And you know where you use that the most?
Okay.
You know where I use that the most is at the grocery store when I'm buying fish.
Right.
Right?
Aha.
And I say, oh, 두 마리 주세요. Right?
두 마리.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
And then we've got,
사물, 사과 세,
한 개.
한 개,
한 개,
두
두
개,
개.
세 개.
Okay.
yeah, pretty much everything else is gay, right? If it doesn't have its own counter, other than
걔네도 또 how to counting or paper.
장, as
장,
Lisa
장.
is telling. Yes, 장, 세 장, 두 장, 세 장.
장.
And then the time that really comes in handy is when you're at the movie theater buying tickets. 세 장 주세요.
It's also
right.
China, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, or when you're at the subway buying tickets for the subway, right? 세 장 주세요, right?
Nice, okay. And then let's just cover the last line before we end things here. 스팸 문자는 수신 거부하는 방법이 없나요? Okay, 방법 is a way or form of doing things, a process, right?
Method.
Right. And 스팸 문자 수신 거부. 수신 거부 is a way to not receive them or to return them or to just avoid receiving them
거부 is
altogether.
reject, right?
So there may be
Reject.
some sort of service that would block the 문자s from coming in. And so let's just practice this one last time before we go on to Korean Insight. 수신 거부하는 방법 없나요?
수신
거부하는
방법 없나요?
Very nice.
수신
거부하는.
거부하는 방법이 없나요?
Okay, let's go on to Korean Insight. Korean Insight. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I stayed up all night writing scripts and I woke up this morning and I thought my morning call was set on my cell phone, but it didn't ring. So from now on, I think you're going to have to help me with the morning call.
Yeah, I'm going to have to help you with your English, too. What's your morning
That's
call?
right, that's right. It's
What is
wake-up
that?
call, isn't it, in English? You know, when
Yes.
obviously if you hear morning call, it's English, and it kind of makes sense. A call in the morning,
Yeah.
but it's obviously referring to a wake-up call.
But a morning, yes, a wake-up call. And ladies and gentlemen, this is for you, too, when you're staying at a hotel. If it's not a large hotel in the middle of Seoul, they might not know what a wake-up call is. But they will always know what a morning call is. So practice that one, and you can use it the next time you stay somewhere.
All right, keeping that in mind, let's ask Stephen to wrap everything up for us. Where are our grammar tips?
I'd be happy to. 심하다 is to be too harsh, right? And too troublesome. So, and you'll hear at the end of the second sentence, 심하지, 너무 심하지. Oh, it's too harsh, isn't it? Then we also heard the counter for the third text message that I got.
Okay.
세통째, right? 세통째, right?
All right, listen for these expressions as we take a last look at our flash animation.
스팸 문자가 또 왔네.
정말 요즘 스팸 문자가 너무 심하지?
오늘 이게 벌써 세 통째야.
스팸 문자는 수신 거부하는 방법 없나?
3, 2, 1.
생일 축하합니다. 사랑하는 날이다. 생일 축하합니다.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
오늘은 몇 번째 생일이에요?
비밀이에요.
Okay. If it is happy, very much birthday, and here's your birthday present. What is the countable noun for this? 병.
병.
한 병,
한 병.
두 병, 세 병.
세 병, okay.
Okay, and if I drank the third one, it would be 세 번.
세 번째.
세
세 번째.
번째. Okay.
Here's one for all of you.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Marina, and thank you for joining us.
Oh,
We'll
happy
see you back here
birthday.
next time.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. arangtv.com.
Bye-bye.